Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's at the very heart of the Christian faith. What does the Bible say about love? This isn't just a feel-good subject, it's the cornerstone of our relationship with God and others. So let's explore this beautiful and profound concept together. First off, let's start with perhaps the most famous verse about love in the Bible. In John 3:16 we read, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life." This verse encapsulates God's love for us, a love so great that he was willing to sacrifice his own Son for our sake. It sets the stage for understanding biblical love as sacrificial and unconditional. Now let's look at what Jesus said about love. In Matthew 22:36-40, when asked about the greatest commandment, Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, love your neighbour as yourself." All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. Here, Jesus boils down the entire law to two love-based commandments: love God and love others. This shows us that love is not just a nice addition to our faith, it's the very essence of it. The Apostle Paul expands on this in 1 Corinthians 13, often called the love chapter. Let's look at verses 4-7. "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonour others, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres." This passage gives us a practical description of what love looks like in action. It's not just a feeling, but a way of treating others. Now let's break down some key aspects of love as presented in the Bible. God's love for us. It's unconditional, Romans 5:8. It's sacrificial, John 3:16. It's eternal, Jeremiah 31:3. It's the source of our salvation, Ephesians 2:4-5. Our love for God, it should be all-encompassing, Matthew 22:37. It's shown through obedience, John 14:15. It's a response to his love for us, 1 John 4:19. Our love for others, it should reflect God's love, 1 John 4:11. It includes loving our enemies, Matthew 5:44. It's the mark of a true disciple, John 13:35. It fulfills the law, Romans 13:10. Love in relationships. Marital love should reflect Christ's love for the church, Ephesians 5:25. Love should be sincere, Romans 12:9. We should serve one another in love, Galatians 5:13. The Bible also talks about different types of love. In the Greek language of the New Testament, there are several words for love. Agape, unconditional sacrificial love, God's love for us. Phileo, brotherly love, friendship. Storge, family love. Eros, romantic love. While the Bible uses all these concepts, agape love is the highest form and is most often used to describe God's love and the love we should have for others. Now let's address some practical aspects of biblical love. Love is active. It's not just a feeling, but something we do. James 2:15-17 reminds us that love without action is dead. Love involves sacrifice. Jesus said, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." John 15:13. Love is a choice. We're commanded to love, which means it's something we can choose to do, even when we don't feel like it. Love is the greatest virtue. 1 Corinthians 13:13 says, "And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love." Love covers a multitude of sins. 1 Peter 4:8 tells us to love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. So, how can we apply this in our daily lives? Practice forgiveness. It's a powerful expression of love. Serve others. Look for practical ways to show love through service. Speak kindly. Use your words to build others up. Be patient. Remember, love is patient. Pray for others, even those who are difficult to love. Show appreciation. Express gratitude to those around you. Remember, we love because God first loved us. Our ability to love others flows from experiencing God's love for us. In conclusion, the Bible presents love as the central theme of our faith. It's not just a nice addition, but the very heartbeat of what it means to follow Jesus. God's love for us is the model for how we should love Him and others. What are your thoughts on biblical love? How can we better demonstrate this kind of love in our daily lives? Share your ideas in the comments, but please keep the discussion respectful and kind. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. We tackle important biblical concepts like this every week, always striving to make them practical and applicable to our daily lives. Until next time, keep seeking God's truth, loving others well, and remember, in a world that can often seem dark, we're called to be the light by sharing God's incredible love.